Welcome back everyone to game number 2 here between Invictus Gaming and CDEC, where game number 1 was, what, a 22-minute GG. CDEC had a decent looking draft and they wanted to try and draw out the game for about 30-40 minutes so they could get some items. IG said no, you can't have items, we're going to dominate you, we're going to take racks 20 minutes in, and that's exactly what they did. Let's see if CDEC can do something a little bit more interesting in game number 2, whether they can come back and make this a draw. Slash, what do you think? Do they have it in them?
Oh, definitely. I think so. I think the odds are, of course, in IG's favor, or they're the heavy favorites coming into this matchup. But CDC, they've shown a lot of promise, and I think just last game they just got completely caught off guard. And you could argue, a genius drafting from Fate overall.
Yeah.
That he was just totally prepared for whatever CDC were throwing at them. And IG, I think overall the odds are really, really heavy in their favor, simply because I think most European batters just still have their fresh win at the major All-Stars in mind, and haven't maybe seen CDEC's games that much.
Well, I was kind of hoping coming into this second game that CDEC would go for something that they've played a couple of times, which is the Lesh and Shadow Demon combo. Go around and just, it's one of those things where if you unsettle or put IG into somewhere that's not their comfort zone, where Burning can't get farm, that's where we've seen them drop games. Where they're the ones being pressured early on, they can't have a solid laning phase, and Chuan can't move around and make those sweeping moves that he does like to make. That's when we've seen them maybe look a little bit worse for wear. But CDEC going for the Shadow Fiend and Lion, banning out the Batrider, Storm Spirit, of course, Treant and Broodmother themselves, while IG taking out the Troll, Sniper, Axe, Bristleback, picking up the Wisp. Now, what are your thoughts on this?
Looks like IG would just want to shake things up. We haven't seen them run Wisp at all, neither in Major All-Stars nor in any other tournament, really, at least not since their reformation. I don't even know I think Tron's their Wisp player, right? I would imagine he is.
I don't know.
That's how bad it is. I don't even know which one of them is going to play the Wisp. Because when Faith was still paired up with MMY, it was MMY Wisp, of course. But IG just never were such a team that was running Wisp.
In my mind, I'd just say Faith, because Witch Doctor is kind of a Chuan hero, and he's going to be running around trying to zone people out. But I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. It could be, just going to throw this out there. There's the possibility, again, it's like one of these 1% chances, but just in case it happens, just in case it happens, it could be a Wisp core. It's probably not going to happen, but there is a tiny, tiny chance.
Didn't Dandy run that? His solo mid Wisp in the TI3 finals against the Lions at one point?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I can remember ever seeing a core Wisp. But I haven't seen core Wisp in such a long time. I've probably you've occasionally seen it pubs, I guess. I mean, the Tiny is a bit of an obvious pick. I mean, IG, they were so confident that they banned out the Bristleback themselves because they had third and fourth pick and Tiny wasn't banned at that point. So really no big surprise here. Tiny Wisp, one of the really old school combos here. Maybe it's going to be Ferrari Tiny then, I guess, and Burning Juggernaut. Let's see how well they do. A bit surprised that they're not didn't ban out the Ancient Apparition, since he's really good against the first three heroes that IG have picked up. Witch Doctor, Juggernaut, Ios, and all of them have healing abilities. So. Yeah. And Wisp can even give it to another hero. So yeah, I think AA would be a really good pick here for CDEC.
Well, there's the AA, Disruptor, there's a couple of heroes there that come to mind when you're dealing with this Tiny Wisp combo. But Shadow Fiend mid up against Tiny Wisp, he doesn't have a great time, but it's not awful for him. He doesn't have an escape mechanism, but he can stand relatively far away, get last hits with razors, get a few levels, and Dire Side, falling back into the jungle isn't as efficient as Radiant Side, because you don't have quick and easy access to that medium camp straight away, and large camp is a little further away from your lane. But if he's got someone like the Lion stacking it up, there's no problem whatsoever there. It's going to come down to the other lanes though. So CDEC going for the Lina. Lina support along with the Lion. They've got lots of nuke damage to throw down onto the Wisp.
What if it is a solo mid Lina instead?
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, she's got really high range, so she could in theory stay out of range of Tiny Wisp's Avalanche toss combo. It would be a possibility, and then you run Shadow Fiend safe lane, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. CDEC support Lina. They were with Lion. Of course, it's insane burst damage overall, and you can roam quite efficiently. But it's a bit more risky, I think, if you run support Lina in this situation. I'm a big fan of the hero overall, but I wouldn't be surprised if they run a solo mid at least.
Yeah, I think with the support combination there, as long as you get them to level 6, the main thought is take Wisp out. If you can insta-give Wisp pretty much with Finger and Laguna Blade every time they're off cooldown, just try and focus down that Wisp, leave Tiny to his own devices then, but you're still dealing with a burning Juggernaut. How do you shut him down? Clockwork is decent in lane, you can throw down the cogs and burn through his mana. He's still going to right-click you. He's still going to do a lot of damage, and with Tron there, with the Witch Doctor, he's gone for that build we saw the other day, the Midas Witch Doctor and Maxing Maledict, going around looking for solo kills on cores.
The Spirit Breaker once again is still in the pool if IG want to grab him. Phoenix was man out as the last ban for CDEC.
Zeus.
I think it with Zeus, so a bit more burst damage to accommodate the pick-off potential from Tiny Wisp. CDEC, the Lina thing, if they run her as a support, I just believe there were so many better picks. As you mentioned, the Disruptor would have been good. Earthshake would have been amazing, I think, to protect mid lane for the Shadow Fiend. So you can even have the turnaround potential. And if they go in and then you fissure the Wisp and 2 raises, Wisp was dead.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good pick, in my opinion. Even Enigma jungle right now, IG, they don't really have enough roaming potential to contest. So I think even Enigma would have been fine. So I don't know if it's a solo. The last pick from CDC is going to tell us what it is, but I would just believe if they run Lina as a support, there would have been better choices.
Yeah, it's going to be Lina support, looks like there. The minus armor from Slaughter going to try and rip through Juggernaut and Tiny, but this is what I was thinking. The final pick here is really difficult for CDEC, because against Tiny Wisp, and we're just going to focus on these 2 heroes for this little bit, against Tiny Wisp, the first 15 minutes or so are your key moment in time. You need to shut them down, you need to try and limit their farm, stop them stacking jungle as much as you can, control runes, and then when they get Aghanims, you know, between 15 and 20 minutes, that timing when Tiny will be getting Ags, that's when you need to then go and kill Tiny Wisp to stop them from farming, and after that, you kind of needed a hero that can try and outcarry them. So you need early game pressure and aggression, then mid game killing potential, and late game carry power. It's kind of hard to draft yourself into this situation, but maybe the Slaughter can do it. He's got all of the above if you get an early Blink Dagger. So we'll see what they're capable of.
Well, since it's Tiny Wisp mid, most likely, let's be honest, then he is going to have total free farm at least on his lane, as Slaughter. I hope he goes for the Midas, by the way, because he's probably going to need it in order to stay on top of the net worth. You can't just bank on the fact that you get Blink early and then start killing everything. I don't think that's going to work.
No, he definitely has to be thinking about, you know, past 25 minutes, where do I get my gold from? Can we rely on Shiki, on the Shadow Fiend, to carry us through? And I don't think the answer is yes.
He's gonna already have a hard enough laning stage as it is. Wisp kind of tethering Luo, and he's gone for boots first as well, to just get a bit faster and then get the drop on to the Observer Ward, so Gala doesn't exactly know where it is.
Well,
Do they have a Sentry Ward? Nope, doesn't look like it. They run the boots first online instead.
it is Luo on the top lane on the Zeus, going up against the safe lane of aggressive Slaughter. Garda playing the Lion. Shiki mid Shadow Fiend once again with Q on the Lina, while off lane Clockwork. XZ. Let's see what he's capable of. Burning on the bot lane, that Juggernaut that he's been playing so often recently. Boots first, and Blade Fury already leveled up, so looking for the early kills. Looking for the early harass down onto XZ, as mid lane will be Chuan on the Wisp and Ferrari playing that Tiny.
It's gonna be Tron Wisp, yeah. It's maybe he does like Witch Doctor, but he just apparently Faith isn't particularly comfortable in playing Wisp. So it will be Tron, and he gets the bounty rune, of course, and as a result, the early bottle.
Interesting little ward there. Going to be watching out for the Wisp when he goes and rotates for runes, but also, you know, when possibly the Witch Doctor's coming in. Zeus, smoking around, looking for a kill on the Shadow Fiend. He is an easy-ish target.
Yeah. And for IG, though, they're going to see Q in the mid lane now, so it's going to be dual lane on both sides in the mid lane to just prevent the Wisp from too many shenanigans, I guess. But Shiki already taking a lot of damage there.
Do they go for this? I don't know. With the Light Strike Array, okay, they stop Ferrari in his tracks and they turn back around. But Shiki, that's not just a lot of damage. That's the majority of his HP pool gone with one avalanche.
They have no self. That's a bit of a concern.
Well, bot lane, we did see XZ block up the creep wave in the trees like we do from Clockwork's The cogs are so good on this dire side. Faith on the Witch Doctor will be running around, stacking, pulling through while burning towards the last hit under tower. Clockwork, though, now gets the opportunity to try and disrupt the pull and get up in the face of the Witch Doctor.
Yeah. He's going to disrupt it, drag it back towards his creep lane, his tower, and makes it a bit harder for Burn to last it under the tower, but he's burning after all, so shouldn't have too much trouble.
Yeah, no Quelling Blade, no stats, just straight up boots. Should do pretty well.
We're going to be watching out for mid lane mostly, though, because aggression could come out at any point. Try just using those level 1 spirit balls to go up towards Shiki and harass him even more. Shiki, he really needs his bottle. Let's see if IG can control the rune, though. Ferrari?
He kind of walks into the leaner there, tosses her back to the creep wave, so there's no light strike array. But Chuan was nowhere near.
Exactly, he was stacking rather. So is he going to be successful? No, not on the medium camp.
It's a little bit awkward if you're trying to run over to the rune spot at the same time. I don't think that's actually possible.
Meanwhile, bot lane, cast does come out. Level 2 Blade Fury,
Maledict.
as well as
They've got
level
enough.
1 Maledict.
He's dead, unless he has a
I
salve.
think you need one more hit.
He's going to salve. He'll be okay. Yeah, he'll be okay.
He's fine.
Meanwhile, top, okay. Luo goes down to aggressive and guard of the Lion Slaughter combo there. As we thought XZ would be the first blood, it's in fact the Zeus.
Yeah, aggression happening on top lane at the same time as well, and now CDEC Shiki can be a bit more liberal since he saw that Tron rotated to bot lane to just give Burning a bottle charge, reaching his mana back up.
So last hit wise, the Dire are not doing badly at all, but Burning, he's gone behind the tier 1 here looking for the Clockwork, but XZ just keeps on walking.
Yeah,
no
he could actually, exactly, since Blade Fury was on cooldown, he could, if Burning walked back towards the tower, he could trap him with the cogs. That would have been a bit annoying, so Burning being forced to loop around, really.
Yeah, we'll miss out on a few creeps here. Where's Burning going? Is he going for a kill at mid?
Yeah, but the Clockwork has scouted him, so
level 3 roaming Juggernaut. We saw that. Oh, I can't remember what Chinese team it was. It was TI3 or TI4. I can't remember where. It was Lanham. It was Lanham, wasn't it? Yes, of course. He was roaming Juggernaut.
It worked out pretty nicely as well. He just went boots first and straight into Aghanim Scepter and then blink afterwards, which was kind of funny.
And then we saw it in pubs for the next 2 months, and no one could do it because they weren't Lanham. They were running around like, guys, I'm still level 1. I can't kill anyone. No one's dying. Top lane, Zeus does go down again to the stuns of this dual lane. While Q was smoked up, but he's going to stack and pull through. Oh, is he doing this? This is probably for the Shadow Fiend. We have seen Jungle Lina from 5EVER over in Southeast Asia, but I'm pretty sure it's not happening. Mid lane, Shiki. Avalanche on cooldown. They've got the toss and the orbs down. A couple of right clicks here from Ferrari. Should finish him off. Ferrari dropping low to the tower. He's going to die. Rocket Flare coming in a little bit late, but the tower hits already bring down that tiny stone giant.
Did Lua get the last hit? Yeah, Lua actually took the last hit there. Wow, Tron's gonna be happy about that regen rune on the top lane. He's completely out of mana and out of HP. Luo he can't really go towards top lane anymore. Lion's got Tranquil Boost, so he's really fast on his feet. And aggressive as well, he can just level 2 sprint, just go in. And treads as well. No big surprise here.
Well, CDEC not doing too badly for themselves. Ferrari with only 11 last hits on this mid lane.
I mean, they've really, tried to find the openings, but just the threat of the Lina in the early stages was enough to deter them, So, it doesn't happen very often, but Tiny Wisp lane mid actually loses.
Well, Garden now up in this top lane. Tranquil Boots and Observer Wards. He'll be looking to his Blink Dagger as quickly as he can. But what's aggressive going for? He's picked up the treads. No Midas yet, if he does decide to go that route. Shiki and Q will take down the stacks. So much gold just ready and waiting, and there's no mud golems over in the medium camp either.
No, they're gonna be so happy, but it's only level 3 raises, but with Lina nuking as well, it's easy takedown. Oh, look at that gold income. He nearly popped 2 full levels as well. It's nearly level 7 all of a sudden. He was level 5 when they started.
Treads and Ring of Aquila. 6 minutes in, all of a sudden he's got a couple of items when he's running around with brown boots.
Look at his last hits.
Yeah.
in comparison to the Tiny. Which is,
He jumped up from being pretty much even with the Slardar to now you know, closing in on doubling up.
yeah.
1.5 times the amount of last hits right now. XZ on the spot lane is someone we haven't really paid too much attention to. Burning with phase boots and morbid mask, but XZ is level 4.5-ish.
Yeah. Are you joking though? I mean, they've got one Mudgum camp, but 2 Satyr camps in their medium camp as well, once again.
Getting very lucky.
Yeah. I mean, quite right now it's almost impossible, I think, for Tiny Wiz to kill the SF, even if he stays on mid lane himself. Ferrari, is he gonna get stunned up? There's probably some casual harass coming out there.
They can't kill him, and now Q turned around on
Q?
Avalanche. Toss. No, can't get it. The good raise there on Shiki.
Wow, that's so much damage. One more hit?
No. Chuan comes in and says, hey, hang on a second. Back yourself up. Check what you're doing because you're not touching my teammates anymore. Heals them back up. Ferrari still low on HP, but he's got himself treads, and Chuan will kindly oblige with a regen.
No. I guess they could have, he could have theoretically tossed Luo to his death onto Lina and then snagged up the kill, but unwilling to make the trade there.
Well, Luo has Tranquil Boots and Soul Ring, so he's pretty happy. What level actually is the Zeus right now? Level 5.5. He has got quite a bit more than the Clockwork has in the opposing offlane. Oh, Ferrari, he's got the Avalanche. Toss now to Shiki. Not in range, can't get it.
Toss?
Shiki, still running, he'll get it. He'll die. He'll die.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
No. Or will he? Shiki is still surviving, and now Ferrari and Chuan are in a pretty rough spot. Garner throws down the Earth Spike and catches Tiny, but there's no... Okay, in comes Clockwork. XZ, can you finish Chuan? It's taking a long-ass time, but with the Battery Assault and Rocket Flare, they will...
Ferrari has no TP, yes.
He has Avalanche Toss again, though, and Lion has Magic Stick charges. Ferrari and Chuan dying under that tier 1 tower because they couldn't get the toss off in time.
I think that was a misplay by Ferrari. He could have just tossed the Wisp and just be done with it, but he wanted to toss the SF. It's a bit more damage, I guess, but if you're tossing the Wisp, at least the Spirits are going to connect as well. So I don't know. I think Ferrari was a bit hesitant there. I think there should have been a really clean kill, since Lina was busy stacking the jungle.
A little bit messy from IG. 2-6 right now, 8.5 minutes in. Net worth 4,000 on the Slardar, and he's got almost enough for Blink. One more creep, and he's got that Blink Dagger gold, which he'll probably just go and pick himself up. Shadow Fiend with 4k as well, going straight into the mech. No Yules, no Blink Dagger, BKB, nothing like that. Just go straight into the mech, and they're 5-man. Their timing right now is going to be pretty strong. Blink Slardar. The mech is going to be a little bit slower, obviously, from the Shadow Fiend, but once they have that, 12, 13 minutes in, they can just go run at towers.
Definitely the correct choice in this game. I mean, you just want to survive the initial burst, really, from Tiny Wiz Zeus. As long as you can do that, you're fine.
Oh, Ferrari does manage to take a couple of creep camps himself. Stacked up kindly by Chuan. And they've still got Burning.
Never mind. Yep. Burning's gonna be happily farming away in the jungle and give over the lane to Luo, since Luo can't conceivably go to the offlane. Offlane's been abandoned for a good 6 minutes now.
Jungle. This is definitely like sort of trademark IG right now. From what I've seen for them, if laning phase goes badly, what they do more often than not is, instead of going out to try and find kills, they don't instantly react and go, okay, shit, we need to smoke. We need to go and kill people to try and get this lead.
Alright, they're gonna run.
XZ?
They were smoked up. They're gonna run to XZ.
Good cogs.
Nope.
Can't get in range for that Jugger Omni Slash. But instead of, going for the really desperation smoke gang with 3 or 4 heroes, which is regularly quite obvious for the opposing team, instead they just sit back and farm their jungle. They go into this hyper efficiency mode where they think, okay, we're behind, how do we get back up here? Burning says, okay, I'm farming jungle, we'll stack camps, we'll farm ancients, we'll get back that way. There's no way that they can out farm us with the 2 cores we've got. We've got Juggernaut and Tiny who can both clear through creep camps really damn quickly. Slardar can't do that. Shadow Fiend can, Lina can maybe help out. But IG have the farming advantage right now.
The one concern is that both Tiny as well as Juggernaut kind of want the jungle, so they have to share.
Yeah.
Although on the other hand, CDEC, you saw Slardar was basically smoked up mid lane the whole time trying to find a kill, which is, I think, that's a mistake. As I said, like, picking up the early blink is nice and everything, okay, but you have to keep up in terms of farm as well, because eventually IG's cores are going to get farmed, and if you don't have enough levels and farm as Slada, you're going to fall off rather quickly. So I can fully understand the blink pickup since they were fighting for a good portion of the game, but if you would have a Midas right now, you wouldn't be too far off his blink either. So I think Midas pickup would have been a good choice in Slada, really.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same vein as Slark. You can go for that aggressive item early after picking up Treads and Ring of Aquila, things like that. But if you don't make things happen, if you don't get those kills and the snowball never actually comes to fruition, then the gold that you've invested, you don't get the return from it.
Oh, Shiki, he's really far up on mid lane.
Yeah, Burning comes in. Ominous Slash down. They're not going to finish him off just yet. Maybe with the toss. Okay.
Yeah.
It took quite a lot there from IG. And now
Nice
comes in the
double
crush.
stun.
Good spin TP from Burning, though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a nice attempt at the double stun. I mean, he only got the wisp in the end, but quick reactions there from Burning. But it's a worthwhile trade, really. I mean, they forced the Slaughter rotation once again, and he can't take advantage of it that much, I think, unless he can find another kill, but let's see if they can. Face, yeah.
Oh, he's going for
He's
Face.
on.
I thought maybe they're going to the jungle to find Ferrari. The last hit taken by Q. Ferrari comes in. Avalanche. No toss just yet. Came off cooldown about half a second. Oh, Ferrari with the jukes. XZ can't land the hook shot. As aggressive. Looks for the blink in, but again, can't find it. Ferrari, the pianist, dancing a little bit there.
Still, it made it a bit easier for Clock. I think he could have also cancelled the hook when he saw the move from Tiny. One blink in, once again, double raise. 1, 2, finger of death.
The relocate save attempted by Chuan, but now this is going to put him into a really dodgy spot.
I think, yeah.
In fact, he's just dead. XZ said, okay. Cogs down. Light Strike Ray perfectly timed there from Q. That's quite impressive, actually, with the mech from Shadow Fiend keeping them super healthy.
That's what being popped there, but yeah, as you said, mech, and that's a nice objective they achieved. That's like, what, 3, 4 kills in a row that they got?
Yeah. That Light Strike Array from Lina, though, you know, Reincarnation is relatively easy to time. Things like BKB wearing off, Naga Song of the Siren, compared to Wisp relocating in, you have to count for such a long time, and judging that timing, there's quite a lot of room for error, but well played by the Lina. It's a little thing, I know, but I like the little things.
Yep. Attempt to go for Roshan, but IG know what's up, and they're gonna scout it with the Zeus ultimate as well. Gonna be dangerous. Slada is a bit low on mana. I guess he's going for the BKB next. An obvious choice if he just wants to keep brawling.
Yeah, definitely, but looking at the net worth, Burning is catching up and pretty damn quickly.
It's burning,
Yeah.
after all.
And then you've got 2,000 gold on Ferrari. Aghanims is not too far away. We're still looking at, you know, a 17-minute ag, something along those lines, if the farm continues at this rate.
Yeah. He's been unfortunate. He's died 3 times, which is unusual as a tiny wisp. But after all, CDEC, they had some time to think about how to counter it, really. And Lure, even, they know, you know, they just need to drag into late game. As long as they didn't lose objectives that fast. And let's be honest, out of all the CDEC heroes, only Shadow Fiend can really siege. Then they're gonna be fine. So just drag to late game with an item advantage, and then at some point you're gonna overwhelm CDEC. Clockwork can't push, Slada can't push. So they just have to find kills and kills and kills the whole time.
Well, CDEC went for the early aggression, and now it's the mid-game. Time to stop people farming.
Oh,
You gotta hit him once more. Yeah, aggressive, finds the kill. Now is the time when you need to get momentum on lanes and really push into IG. Because the farming is never gonna stop. Ferrari's now is up. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I'm confused. Why? I mean, I can see why. I'm just not sure if that's the correct choice.
Well, I guess we'll see how it works. That's not what I was expecting, though. We've seen it a couple of times as, you know, an early game item. But 15 minutes in, when you're getting so close to your Aghanims, and that's almost, you know, the defining item for Tiny, is his Ags.
It also speeds up your farm a lot, so you can even go for Blink afterwards.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Ferrari has in store with us with that Blink Tiny. If he jumps on the Lina, Lion, Shadow Fiend, you know, you can burst them down.
Relocate, bot lane.
Yeah, they're gonna go for Lina. Instantly dead.
Yep.
No.
I mean, no.
Tosses him
Laguna?
back. That was a little bit close for comfort. The Blink Stomp comes in from aggressive. Crush not going to land.
We didn't see that. TP's out, but now it just means the rest of the heroes are trapped under the tower. Both of them have no TP.
Garda goes in. He's going to find Luo, and Faith is trying to run away. Maldic launched out. The Zeus will fall. And now XZ, where are you heading? The Maldic is doing a little bit of damage. The casks are super annoying. Faith will finally get caught by the Crush and amplified damage.
Overall, they trade the Lina for 2 kills once again. I don't know, I think that was a bit overzealous from IG. I mean, it was in front of the enemy's dire tier 1. Yeah, it's a bit hard to get a kill, that clean kill, since they knew the SF was there as well with the mech.
So 16.5 minutes in, we've had 17 kills. A kill a minute. Who said Chinese Dota was boring? Come on, guys. Come on. Non-stop action.
Bring out your resident sleepers. Yeah.
Well, CDEC have definitely made it their game's work to try and put IG out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
But it hasn't really unsettled them.
I really think the Ferrari Blink Dagger is weird. They need sustained fight. They need to be able to tank up. They cannot. I don't think they really can burst anybody down that easily. At least not in a 5-on-5 fight, since they just die too easily.
Well, it does, Blink Dagger does allow him to farm a little bit faster as well when he's going through the jungle. It's just whether there's any jungle left. Luo farming up with his Midas. Burning's in there, slicing and dicing as well. Another smoke from CDEC looking for that aggressive play again. Ferrari is on top of the ridge. The blink forward. Hex now from Garda. Earth Spike to follow and then relocate, save out, and he's fine.
Faith might not be. Oh my... Oh, this is painful to watch.
Well, they're getting juked and jived. But Faith will fall in the end.
I think he's missed every single hookshot so far.
He does have off games. Like we've seen from XZ, he can play exceptionally well and he carries the game for CDEC. Whoa, what's going on in the back here? Shiki and aggressive, diving behind tier 2.
Sorry, you were saying about XZ.
He has his off games. We've seen him really carry for CDEC and dominate on heroes like Bristleback, where he's been playing that pseudo 1 role. But on heroes like Clockwork, especially in a best of 2, if he let's say plays Clockwork 2 games in a row, one game he'll do nothing whatsoever. The next game, he'll go like 10-0, hook shots everywhere.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's just about the feeling. I mean, maybe he has a flu or something, and not feeling too well today. But so far his Clockwork game's been off. He hasn't died, I guess that's a good thing, and his scouting rockets have been good. But
his offlane has been excellent. It's just the fact that he's missed like 3 hook shots now.
Yeah.
But still doing fine.
And I love that pickup from Lion. He's got a blink already, so he's set, and then goes for the early gem to just solidify map advantage, since they have an advantage and they need to keep it.
Well, they'll be looking to try and get rid of all those pesky observer wards from IG. One freshly placed up on this cliff here.
Ferrari is currently on Nomad's Land.
He's got blink.
They saw him.
He's going to go for aggressive, actually. The Avalanche and Toss. Where's the rest of his team? Relocate's coming in. Aggressive has to crush now. He's going to get nuked down, but he's not dropping low enough to die. XZ. Caught by the Omni Slash. The Thunder God's Wrath will kill off the Slardar. As IG still lose 2 supports, they're going to get 3 in exchange.
That's totally worth it. Oshiki, are they going to go in him as well? I don't think they can. Omni Slash is on cooldown. And what's that show fight recap? Yeah, that's definitely worth it.
100% worth it.
So on Blink Dagger, the first time, where we actually saw it doing some decent work there. And Ferrari is only really missing 600 gold to finish up his Agnum Scepter. Essentially, I think the Blink Dagger is more like, since Wish can't really go in with him anymore, he needs to initiate by himself, and then have Wish sitting in the backlines and initiating once, the first few spells are being thrown out already. So I think that might be the thought process behind the Blink Dagger. Chuan can't really go in with him at the same time, it's just too dangerous.
Oh, there's still tier 1 standing up bot lane.
Oh, that was quick.
That was very close indeed. Tier 1 still standing down on the bot lane. I think this is where CDEC are going to be looking now and thinking, well, we've taken control of their jungle pretty heavily. We've stopped them from farming that efficiently. But Tier 1 bot means that they've still got their safety net to fall back on.
Yeah, that's over good. And they, for now, they can keep control of their jungle. It's... Oh wait, did they... Who's got the... They lost their gem? No, Slaughter's got it. Oh, okay, good. I was a bit worried there for CDEC for some time. Scouting Zeus ultimate once again being thrown out. I just realized that Tron's got no boots, by the way. So
yeah, I keep looking at him. He went for the urn, soul ring bottle, and now he's going to buy tranquils, I'm assuming, with the ring of protection, ring of regen.
It would be kind of handy. Because otherwise you tether into the fight and you're dead.
Where are you going to go now? Well, Ferrari's still, a little bit away from that Aghanims. Needs another 450 gold. It's 22
Wait,
minutes
what?
in, it's
Oh,
not...
yeah. I thought he had to start wizardry for some reason. Okay. Yeah. A bit slower than I expected. Faye's rushing the just naked boots and into 4-stop, which I love. It's really good against Clockwork. And you'll always need a certain number of 4-stops to also kite the Slaughter around.
Indeed, Burning with the Omni Slash Mantis style now completed, so he's going to be looking to run into fights and really cause a lot of havoc. CDEC now on the back foot, actually. The weird thing is, even though they were, net worth leaders, right now IG have brought themselves back in with their efficient farming, the 3 pickoffs up on top lane, the trades that they've been getting. CDEC's lead has just slowly but surely been whittled away. Experience-wise, there's almost nothing in it. And their early aggression has kind of turned back against them, giving away a couple of kills, a couple of streaks. IG now looking comfortable.
And that's the biggest problem with the Slaughter. I mean, you see, look at his net worth. He's even behind the Zeus, who was completely zoned out and, kind of had to go to the jungle for some time. They annihilated the Zeus on the lane, but his net worth is higher than the Slaughter's. Why? Because of Midas. And Slaughter doesn't have one, instead.
All because of that Midas. Tiny now with Aghanims. I think IG, it's time to flick that switch. Time to say, okay, let's go looking for fights. We know they're behind. We know that we can pretty much crush them in a team fight. But it's always a risky play. So there is the option, obviously, just to sit back and farm a little bit more, control equilibrium on your lane, so there's no way for CDEC to get towards the tier 2s and farm your jungle safely.
Do you agree with the BKB pickup on the SF? Because I don't. I mean, it's only really good against the Zeus. The rest of the heroes are physical damage. Even Deathward is physical. I think the BKB is a bit of a wasted choice here.
Especially because the Slaughter is going BKB and he's going to be the hero on the front lines, taking the Avalanche toss and tanking up through Zeus's spells. It's what I'm always afraid of with Shadow Fiend games. The cookie cutter build, where in Europe and America it's the Yule's Blink, in China it's the Mech Blink BKB. There's no real deviation. There's no changing things on the fly. It's like, okay, hang on. We're getting behind here now. We need some DPS. We need to go into, Helm of the Dominator crit. We need Butterfly. He's probably even still going to go into Skadi next.
Yeah. Skadi wouldn't be a bad choice, though. Skadi's okay. I would get behind that, but right now, just going for the BKB also always means that your farm is a bit slower, and if you pop it liberally, which you would imagine he will every single fight, then those BKB shadows do wear themselves off rather quickly.
Well, CDEC...
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
CDEC just, reserving now, sitting back in their own jungle. Where do they go? They don't know exactly what they should be doing. Smoking up is always going to be a little bit risky. Running into Ferrari, oh man, he just picks up a DD. But running into enemy jungle when you don't know where anyone is. You see Burning just pop up on the map now at top lane. Thunder God's Wrath is just being thrown out to scout you out.
It's exactly that. As long as CDEC cannot find kills with the Slaughter, then IG are winning. It's basically how the game works. And they have Slaughter Clockwork, two very aggressive cores, and if they don't get stuff done, Blink Hex onto the Burning, Relocate's coming in though, on the backlines.
They're still going to be able to zap him down. Deathward's going to do a decent amount of damage. Requiem will slow Chuan as Aggressive goes for the kill on the Wisp.
He's got no boots.
Chuan still goes down, and the chase continues. Ferrari with that DD will limp himself away.
Yeah, it's overall a really nice pickup there. I mean, they do have a lot of bursts after all. They use both Lina Laguna as well as Finger of Death. That's a lot of bursts. So it's a good pickup. They kill the most farmed hero on the Radiant side and take an objective. But can they break high ground? Again, always the big question.
Not sure they can. And you know, you mentioned that Burning is the highest net worth on the Radiant. You've got Ferrari, who's not too far behind.
I think Ferrari's going to overtake him at some point.
Then the Shadow Fiend over in the Dire. Sure, he's the highest net worth in the game. All of his items, though, are in utility.
Yeah. I would like a Butterfly next. So it would be a good choice against Juggernaut as well as the Tiny. It's overall just a nice combination. You know, BKB for the magic immunity, and then you get Butterfly for the physical one. It's always a good choice, and scales quite nicely overall.
Yeah.
Both heroes also not exactly natural MKB carriers, so.
I don't know, Juggernaut is a little bit, but he wants to go for stats first. It's sort of a fifth item that you pick up on Juggernaut if you really need to. Tiny though, on the other hand.
Can they toss him back? Oh, that was a nice attempt though. And fast fingers by Shiki as well. I think they would have killed him if he could blink toss him back.
Yeah, I guess over on CDEC they've still got amplified damage. So that minus armor helps quite a lot. Presence of the Dark Lord, there is the physical damage output there available for CDEC. It's just... I don't know. We'll see how things go in a 5 vs 5 team fight when IG have the full muscle behind them. And Burning gets off a good Omni Slash. So they're going to have their work cut out for them. They're the ones that definitely do have to get the initiation down. If they get caught out by Smoke Gang, things could easily turn ugly.
I was watching Lua trying to find the Observer Ward, and he bolted 3 times and couldn't find it. It's going to be a bit annoyed at that if he looks at the replay later on.
It's a sneaky little spot. It's a sneaky little spot. Faith has finished up this 4-staff, heading over to place some more observers of his own, but he's been scouted out by this one. Yeah, they're pinging out. They know where he is. They know what he's doing. Roshan is back alive.
Hook shot. This one's gonna land.
Yeah, they found Faith.
Why you no force?
Still dead.
I think you could have forced that out before Lion blinked in, really. I think he had enough showing time.
Is he going for this? Ferrari blinks forward, gets the avalanche down onto Lion. As aggressive goes for the stomp down onto Ferrari. The crush will land. Wisp relocates, save. Where's it going? Where's it landing? Nowhere. Not forthcoming.
He's gonna die as well. Let's see if Q can line up the Lina Sun again. No, he doesn't need it. Once again, 3-for-0 trade. Not worth it for IG, really. And they killed the line. Showed more fight recall a bit off the mark there, not showing any XP change for killing the line. It was a mega kill streak after all, so it's not too bad. It could have gone worse, I guess. But Roshan would be on the menu for CDEC for sure.
Yeah, Ferrari blinked in very aggressively there just to find the Lion. And CDEC, even without the Shadow Fiend, managed to clean up house pretty much. Juggernaut still farming away, Burning. With Skadi nearly completed now.
How do you miss Crush on Roshan? Aggressors just did that, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, amplified damage is too much for Roshan to handle as Shadow Fiend picks that one up. Zeus on top lane.
Hook shot starting to land. I think XZ woke up now. One play overall, and the Butterfly was picked up by Shiki, which I like a lot. It's definitely the right choice in this situation. But they go for get a return kill there on the Clockwork. Meanwhile, Faith, once again being the unlucky little bugger, getting caught up by the line. So, kills all around. Kind of hard to keep track of it.
Yeah, I look up top to catch the relocate, then I look back mid, it's like, oh crap, I've just missed 2 kills because they happened so quickly.
Overall, it's nice that CC have the gem, but in IG have the Zeus, so it's okay. But they haven't found 2 rather important wards yet. One is in a really obvious spot.
Well, overall right now, CDEC have brought themselves back into the same position they were in 15 minutes ago with about a 4,000 net worth lead. It's probably going to be around 5,500, something along those lines, the way they've been finding pickoffs and getting these kills, but also farming their jungle. You look at the Dire jungle right now. There's 1 camp remaining. I'm kind of surprised they haven't cleared that out as well. Burning knows that there's people in the vicinity. The Dire Observer Ward's scouting them out, but the Thunder God's Wrath We'll see
I
where
think
they
just need to take it slow. I think Ferrari is a bit over-eager. Maybe a bit annoyed that his landing phase didn't go that well. I think they just need to keep their calm, defend towers, split push a bit, and they should be fine, really.
Yeah, keep trying to wisp down on this bot lane, push into the tier 2 there, then maybe move up to top. You basically want to try and split CDEC up, so then you can have the remaining 3 heroes on IG run at them. Relocate in and take the numbers advantage. That's basically what Tiny Wisp and heroes like Spectre are about. You draw aggression across the map, and then you appear back where the rest of the team is.
Yeah. Always is the way. If you can force a TP from the enemy core, then you're good to go. And Shiki's gonna start sieging now with the Aegis and Butterfly. Makes it a bit easier.
Yeah, I think you just let the tier 2 go at bot.
Yeah.
There's no way it's worth it for CDEC to TP 1 or 2 heroes back when they can get some damage down onto the tier 3. It's getting to that time when you need to close out the game. Carter blinks forwards, but Luo blinks back.
No. It's unreal. It's getting too hard. I mean, Tiny is currently on the high ground.
Yeah. Once they reach tier 3s, however, you need to get in there. Ferrari stunned up, relocate save, no, yes, yes.
Wow, do you see the tether animation as well?
I saw it for a second.
One?
Yeah.
He's got haste rune, but no. I don't think he's gonna get out of this one.
Chuan, nope, no escape for him. Luo,
It's okay.
still trying to de-ward. There's a dire observer ward over here, Luo, if you know where that is. He's scouting every single spot possible.
Not that lucky overall, though. Yep, no high ground ward here either.
Well, Tiny is now 300 gold ahead of Burning. But Burning still has level 3 Omni Slash. He's got Skadi, Manta, you know, he's got plenty of items at his disposal. It's just that the Ferrari, he's got that BKB and Yasha. The Aghanim's allows him to farm that a little bit faster than Tiny, than the Juggernaut, clearing through the creep waves, taking stacks of Ancients and all of that stuff.
Time to defend base, boys.
Well, aggressive is going on Tiny up atop. They're going to try and fight man versus man. Ferrari, he's going to come out the worst in this trade. Takes the tier 2 tower, but he's still going to get stunned up and locked down. Meanwhile, back towards mid.
Yeah, he's got buyback.
How does Slardar and Lina get back towards mid in time, though?
Yeah. It's like 60 seconds. I mean, Slardar is really fast. And Lina's got Use Scepter, Tranquil Boots as well. So yeah, they're decently fast actually. They're gonna force the buyback for sure.
Yeah, tier 3 dropping very low. There's no glyph that was used a couple of minutes ago by IG. About a minute ago even. So
Not sure that was a correct play from Ferrari because Wisp was dead. So, but he still made that typical split push play there.
yeah. He went for it. Aggressive jumps in onto Burning. The light strike ray. Here comes the chain stun. As relocate save once again. Now Ferrari buys back, jumps in. Avalanche toss down. Shiki launches Requiem of Souls onto Burning, who Omni slashes across all of them. The Thunder God's Wrath will drop him low and Burning will clean him up. Light strike array not going to land as Burning spins to win. Shiki, even with his second life, you're going to die another time.
Oh, that's a concern for CDEC. They forced the buyback on Ferrari, which is a good thing, but they lose 3 very important heroes, so they might get another kill. They gotta. I don't wonder he's gonna blink out. Ferrari, blink off cooldown in 6 seconds only. Can he catch up? Looks like he's gonna chase.
He is chasing. He is chasing. He doesn't know where he went. The turnaround, Garda. Oh, they know now. They know now. Luo comes in with a zap. Here comes Tiny.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Garda.
I'll leave the Lazard over to Zeus. What a nice guy. Meanwhile, burning chopping wood. Well, metal, tower.
Stone, rock, lava,
whatever.
magma,
Clay.
I'm pretty sure it's made out of like molten, well, out of volcanic rock or something. Because it's actually still burning and red in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's, I actually didn't manage to catch a fight repeat. I don't know how much of a thing it was, but net worth graph is going to tell us shortly. Yep, it's moving up there.
It was a lot. Like, that's going to give IG a slight lead over CDEC. That fight was definitely worth it. The buyback from Ferrari just allowing everything to actually happen and build up.
Yeah, he was rather patient with it, so he waited until the initiated on burning, so the first round of spells didn't get fired upon him, so he could safely blink in Avalanche Toss. And relocate safe, of course, very important there. From Chuan, since Burning had no buyback, so he couldn't afford to get burst down.
SF, Helm of the Dominator's up for him, so Satanic is on the cards, but Not after a Daedalus or MKB or something like that. You know, Helmet of Dom is a good value item. Oh, you've got AC on the Slardar. You've got some big ticket items here from CDEC and a smoke on the Courier. So it looks like they're going to go for a play to try and, you know, win a team fight. Maybe take out Ferrari so that he doesn't have buyback to turn things back around.
Overall, Burning, does he have buyback? He's got enough gold for it. He's gonna try to build into a BKB, of course, so he can safely run in there and chop people up. So far, I mean, Lion, Lena, Clockwork, they're all really annoying with their stun. There's a lot of disable to worry about. And I think now is also the correct time to go for a BKB. He's not gonna save for buyback, he's gonna buy it straight up. Top lane!
Yeah, they find him. They find him. The cogs trapping Tiny in with the Clockwork, and that's not really way. He's just smashing down creeps even from within the cogs. Trapped in a cage. That doesn't hold him back.
It's a freaking mountain with a DD rune, yeah. Not much you can do about that. Burning, probably, they would ideally like to pick up the Yesaf, but that's gonna be a bit hard with just the two of them.
Burning BKB.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a correct choice.
I was kind of expecting like MKB or something, but I guess Lena doesn't have Ags yet. And then you're still dealing with things like Hex, stuns. You don't want to get locked down before you can only slash.
Yeah, there's too much disable. I think BKB is totally fine here. It's okay. It's a good choice. Just go for Mantistar next. As long as they don't lose Rax like in the next, I don't know, 8 minutes, I guess. He should be fine. Roche is gonna respawn a bit late. But Ferrari still has some slots to fill. Well, one, I guess two more if you can still trade the blink. And the BKB is also, at some point, is probably going to trade it off. I think last item, or right now, 6 slot should be MKB really against the Butterfly of the SF. Can they find Q? They have a ward which was watching Shiki rotate in, but it's going to be a bit more difficult to kill him.
Buyback-wise, Shadowfiend and Witch Doctor have, but very few others do. The Clockwork, the Wisp even is like 20 gold away from it. I don't know at this point, as IG, do you start you've got to start considering about saving for buyback, just in case. You play overzealously and get picked off. You don't know quite where CDEC are.
I think Burning is just gonna farm buyback and then they contest Roche, I guess. I think IG right now, they are not too comfortable to fight outside the base. There are just too many factors that can go wrong, since a Kitara could get blink hexed and instant burst down before Tron can do anything. Or maybe he's the one who goes down. And without a Wisp, Tiny really isn't that strong in a fight.
Yeah, he's going to get right-click down, minus armor from amplified damage. What are we actually dealing with here? So there's negative 20, then the negative 5, so it's negative 25. Presence of the Dark Lord is another 6, so it's 31. There's a lot of armor getting ripped away.
And his base armor is piss poor.
Yeah, I mean, Burning's going to be okay-ish with 19 base armor. He's got no actual armor items on top of that, though.
Yeah, smoke up there from CDEC. Can they find Luo? If smoke breaks, they know he's here. I think. No, it's not going to break, though. That's unfortunate. Luo, just before Slaughter was in range for the smoke to pop, kind of blinked downwards and avoided the smoke.
Yeah, look at all these illusions. Mantistar illusions, the illusion rune illusions. IG just scouting out the Dire Jungle, just seeing, okay, well, they aren't here. Where are they? Are they in Roche? Are they down bot lane? Are they in our jungle? Well, they know they have to just sit back a little bit more.
Do you think they should contest Roche, though? It's gonna be basically max respawn. Yeah, it's a third as well.
It's gonna be cheese.
They don't have buyback on Ferrari yet, do they? Let's see.
Still on cooldown, I think?
Yeah. Yeah, for another minute roughly. 45 seconds.
I think it should be fine then. Roshan has just respawned actually, so looking at that, Burning sent his illusion in there. They know it's up. A DD rune spawns down a bot. Oh man, if IG steal this, it's gonna be difficult, but they smoke up. Faith and Burning, they're gonna go for it. The DD rune.
If they pick the DD rune though, it's a dead giveaway.
There's no pings. There's no. Okay, they're reacting. No. They are reacting. See, they don't bother pinging. They go straight for it. They're getting themselves prepping, getting ready. Burning with a DD rune. Can you do it? This is super risky. Slaughter not blinking in just yet. They're not going. Oh,
They don't know.
CDEC.
They don't know what's happening.
CDEC, they do now. Q walks into the pit. They spot burning. Yule Scepter, nope. Throws it onto Roshan. He misses. Light Strike Array get thrown onto Burning. The Laguna Blade not forthcoming. He can't target Burning. He's underneath Roshan, so the Omni Slash comes down. Juggernaut! Burning! What? He picks up Aegis of the Immortal inside Omni Slash. What the hell are we watching? He's going to respawn and probably die again, but man. Burning, what a player.
Hello.
Meanwhile, base.
Meanwhile, there's
I
a
can't
rook in the
believe
base.
he picked up.
Keep rolling, keep rolling.
He picked up Aegis Immortal while in Omni Slash.
Omni Slash, yeah, that was insane. I've never seen it in a game.
It was even killed by the Radiant.
Yeah, he killed it with Omni Slash. Oh, they took Rax, by the way. I should mention, I guess.
Yeah, I was watching.
Relocate. Bye bye. But picking up, that's a moment. That's like, yeah. If we were BTS, that would be a BTS moment, wouldn't it?
My mouth
What?
is still, my jaw is on the table. Shiki has to pop BKB here, turns to fight Ferrari. Satanic finished for the Shadow Fiend, so no crit first.
Oh my god.
It's going for crit now.
Omni Slash picks up Aegis in Omni Slash. I don't even know how that's possible.
Omni Slash too good, man. Omni Slash too good.
Legit ability, I would guess. By the way, Lion died to Zeus ulti after Wiz relocated back in with Spirit Bomb.
Slaughter has the cheese, so they've got that going for them, which is nice. But Shiki has started building into DPS items. They know they need to pump out this damage a little bit more. Q. Oh yeah, the big problem at the start was that Burning was like in Roshan. He was between his legs. There was no way to target him. They got the Yules down, I believe, onto Roche. And then they really struggled to lock him down. They couldn't Laguna Blade to nuke him instantly. There was just no way. Burning's positioning was, you know, it's not difficult, obviously, but it was good.
It was incredibly risky play though from IG. I mean, they had to know that CDEC were on the move. The thing is, CDEC, they had nobody who was watching bot rune at that point, so they didn't know they picked it up. They just went to Roshan because they wanted to take it themselves. That's it. This IG were fast enough. Value DD rune. It's gonna get infinitely harder now for CDEC though with Rax down, and Tiny can just stroll in there and take down the range Rax pretty much by himself. Well, any contest. CDEC gonna settle for the tier 2 on bot lane. IG are not even gonna bother defending.
Now they've got top lane pushing in. Range Drax is going to fall naturally to creeps.
Yep.
Oh boy, oh boy. I kind of wanna read chat. Burning, yep. Chat goes wild. What a player. Based Burning. But Ferrari farming up the dire jungle. He's going to walk into. No, he's going to blink across. Shiki now finds him. Is he going to take down Illusions? The hook shot back onto Chuan. But tether across, and they're not going to find a kill.
I think if that's a crit, he kills the Wisp.
Got her? Okay.
What a player.
With Finger of Death. Full step and blink. Yeah, the mobility coming out of his ass.
Yeah. Pretty cool. And even Chuan has got buyback though. He knows that he is an integral part currently of the IG lineup. And Leroy is just, for the past minute, like he checks out his ultis whenever it's needed, really, to scout the positioning, and that's it. And he farms. Nothing else to do. So you see, it looks like a bit of a rage push incoming there from them. Currently, it's not too bad though. Side lanes are looking good, overall. Wisp another 20 seconds, they would ideally wait for buyback, but they have glyphs though, so they can stall.
Well, Ferrari goes straight up into Shiki. Satanic is still available, but Shiki dropping low this early is not an ideal situation. You kind of want to go into a fight, bait out some spells, and then pop Satanic when you're dropping low.
He's gonna pop Satanic to just get the creeps and kill the Ozorwood while he's at it. Now with Wisp back up, CDEC, they know it's just too dangerous to go, but they tried before with Aegis and they failed. They really need like a next set of items. They need Slaughter to get super stacked as well, I think. Kind of need Satanic and more attack speed on Slaughter.
Well,
it becomes a threat.
We've got Hagenham's up now on Q, so they're building up into these items, but going high ground here when you're one lane of Rax down, the momentum on this top lane is always going to be an issue. Putting a hero here for 30 seconds, you know, it kind of messes up the rest of your plans. You want to be moving as 5, trying to get into the base. You've got momentum on mid lane pushing in, but the other lanes just don't match up. Actually, being able to get all 3 lanes into a position where they're outside the tier 3s is nearly impossible here for CDEC. And that's kind of what they need. That's what's necessary to actually break high ground.
Currently, though, with Lure before they're on bot lane's pushing in, and if they are just fighting grouping the whole time, at some point they can even go for those relocate plays, you know, relocate onto the tower and kill it, relocate back up. They don't react fast enough, but CDEC, they know it, they fall back. I think their best bet is really to control the map, try to starve out IG as much as possible, which is, by the way, a really difficult thing to do, and try to take next Roche.
I need to take care of something quickly. Basekeeper's having issues. Need to talk to Jan.
Yes, you go ahead. And Shiki, meanwhile, he needs his data list, but can't really buy it so far. He needs buyback just in case as well. Ferrari once again rotating towards top lane to push it in. Little bit. His own jungle, they have no wards there, so that's a bit dangerous to go. Overall, he picked up the AC, so not going for the MKB, but just a flat-out armor aura. It's really good against Presence of the Dark Lord and whatever minus armor that CDEC have on their own. Cancels out the opposing AC as well as amplify damage. Counteracts it a little bit, I guess. Cheeky now has got enough gold for buyback, so picks up the full data list. Slaughter as well buying up the satanic recipe. Still has a cheese in his inventory slot. Hasn't used it in the last fight. Yeah, 4k gold, another scouting ultimate there coming out from Luo. Hex, that's a big pickup though. And now Witch Doctor Aghanims as well is going to get infinitely harder to push into high ground for CDC. I mean, remember, Burning still has a few slots to fill as well. He's got 2 slots they can fill. He isn't maxed out yet. Ferrari, I think eventually he's going to trade the Blink since he doesn't need it that much.
This is so back and forth though. Looking at the net worth graph from
Q?
Where is he? What's he doing? Yules? Ferrari? Not going to get caught out with Life Strike Ray. Okay, throw the Laguna Blade and force the relocate back. Fair enough. So they'll get a kill on Wisp.
Yeah.
But it's gone from like 5,000 lead to...
You picked up Blink Dagger. Can he get out?
Yeah.
Oh, Blink, TP?
No.
Stun.
Oh, no.
Oh, just hitting. Can you tether out?
Oh man, no way, Chuan! Are you really going to escape from this? The Blink Force Hex is still out of range. Chuan just keeps on going.
Oh, he should have fingered to cancel his Blink.
Oh, mid lane, what's happening mid lane? Looks like Aggressive's caught out here. The BKB's already been used, while Ferrari is now on the run. Blink in, Shiki, the craggy exterior instantly, but still crits down the Witch Doctor.
That was funny. He missed the Blink Crush on the TPing Witch Doctor, but then he gets a first hit bash instead. And that works. So Witch Doctor being put out of commission, he's got no buyback and no Deathwood either. Might be an opportunity to go high ground here? I don't know. Lina's really low on mana though. Really? Blinking to the base? Sideways comes out.
Thunder God's Wrath as well. Shiki now needs to pop Satanic and BKB, try and right click through the pain, but it doesn't look like he can. Satanic was used, but a little bit too late, as IG successfully defend high ground and CDEC have to back themselves up.
Relocate. They're chasing. Aggressive. Post BKB. Knocks down Chuan.
He's got a Satanic of his own, fighting up through it. The Yules! Everyone's set up into the air. Q now on the run as Burning comes in. Omni Slash not required as he just slices and dices.
Oh yeah, there's a Juggernaut, right? Yeah. Burning rather quietly farming and defending base and whatnot. Picked up the MKB. Currently doesn't have a TP scores, but gonna swap his boots at some point. XZ dealing a bit with the split push from the creeps. And they're gonna force a buyback on the SF, I believe. Does Lina have a buyback? She does not. A bit short on gold here. 4 to 5 being popped up. Aggressive sprinting towards mid lane. Let's see if they go for it. Oh, instant hex comes
out. Aggressive, down and out. Buyback is required here as he's dead for 90 seconds. They're going to lose another lane of racks. The hook shot in from XZ, not catching anyone. Burning pops his BKB and just slices them down. Omni Slash now onto Aggressive. Buyback Slaughter, and he's down and out. 130 seconds. This looks like it just might be it for CDEC, as the relocate from Chuan will keep burning going. Shiki, Satanic, it's not quite enough to keep you fighting through this, but this game was a good showing from CDEC. You know, they did very well. It's just the fact that IG had that ace in the hole. They had the tiny wisp. There was always going to be the threat that after 35-40 minutes, your base was going to be gone. Taking one bad team fight can lose you the game against this combination. GG is called as IG take this series 2-0.
Well, Tron sacrificing himself for the greater good, 0-12 at the end of the game. But many of those have just been relocate saves, and he made that one really nice escape from top lane.
Yeah.
And of course, CDEC misplayed it a little bit, but yeah, it was still pretty swaggy. Let's be honest.
Still cute. Yeah. Well, that's it for this series, guys. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. In about 50 minutes' time, we've got our second match of the day, which is it's not Newbie versus eHome. What is the second match?
LGD IG, isn't it?
LGD IG, yeah, the big one. Okay, well, we'll be back in a couple of minutes for that one. Stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere.